Greetings, friends. Welcome to Music Tips section of my YouTube channel. My name is Yuri Medianik. I'm a conductor, violinist, accordionist, and bandoneonist. Today, my studio is visited by a wonderful double bass player, composer, and, as I've recently found out, an actor. Not so long ago, he starred in a film with a very interesting name, Pink or a Bell, where he played the role of a dramatic actor and played the double bass. Well, here today, he will perform something unique and interesting for us. Today, my guest is Alexander Muravyev. Alexander, hello. Hello. Today, we'll talk about a topic known as tapping and Rasgueado on double bass. Let's start with tapping. Tapping is a two-handed play on an instrument when two hands play directly on the fingerboard. I always thought that tapping is possible only on a bass guitar or on an electric guitar. For example, this technique is used in my work, the symphonic tale, but many contrabassists say that it is impossible to perform on their instruments. I've tried their instrument, and it's all possible. Here, you need to have a fairly strong left hand because, as I understand, tapping is also a technique of a certain left-hand pizzicato. Yes, this is all borrowed from a guitar-playing technique. Hummer and pull-off. When you do a pull-off, you have to do it with a lot of strength, right? To make it all sound. Yes, a certain force must be applied, also with the hummer, so that the second note would be heard. What else? We add the right hand. The second finger helps the forefinger so that the stroke would be stronger. Very interesting. And what else? Something else about the right hand? The right hand is tapping. The forefinger helps the second finger to enhance the impact. In order that the string does not sound here. Here, we may get some sort of overtones. I muffle it with my left hand. And we use alternately one, second, and third technique. Hammer on, pull off, and tapping. Awesome. Can you play again slower so that all of our viewers can see it? Close up. What about Rozgeado? Rozgeado is some sort of strumming technique on the Spanish guitar, which I, as usual, borrowed from guitarists. Sasha, but you, in your tradition, added another line here. This is a rhythmic basis, the bass, and percussion instruments, the percussion. So that means that we never get two lines. You always add another third, the percussion. After all, it's very interesting to have a full sound ensemble. You borrowed it from guitarists. Of course, in the music of flamenco, this technique is used very often, but it's very difficult to play on a double bass. Because in fact, in order to distinguish two lines, you have to play Rasgueado only on 3 strings, right? No, just on 2. This excerpt is some part of the composition? Yes, it's from my suite, 3 pieces for a double bass solo. This is from my piece, Heat. What else can you borrow? You can play the tremolo, the chords. There are lots of things you can borrow. I noticed you imitate guitar's chord technique. You do have the fifth and the fourth fingers almost always together. Should they also muffle the strings that should not sound at this moment? Or is it just a feature of the positioning of the fingers? I just do not need them while performing. Are you playing with three fingers? I taught myself to keep them here in order that they don't interfere. It's just as good as when I slap on the bass guitar. Should the position of your right hand be closer to the end or to the middle of the fingerboard? There are more frequencies closer to the bridge, and this is a huge advantage in the solo performance. So it turns out that the closer to the bridge, the clearer and brighter you can play the upper voice. Of course. To play solo on the double bass, you must get out the maximum of high frequencies from it. For that, you bring the right hand closer to the bridge. Today, we learned that tapping, Rozgeado, two guitar tricks can be played on the double bass, and Alexander Muravyev helped us to learn how to do it. In order to not miss anything interesting, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in a week. With you, Yuri Medianik. Good luck.